The very first exam topic for the Cisco ICND Part 2 exam is actually kind of a repeat of one of the topics in the ICND 1 exam. There are a couple of topics in this particular exam that are very similar to the previous one. One of them is to configure, verify, and troubleshoot VLANs. So we're going to do some of that right now. The topology that we're using for this, as you see here, has 2 switches, 4 PCs, and a router. And our attention is going to be focused on the 2 switches. VLANs, virtual LANs, allow you to separate traffic in networks. For example, we may have these 2 PCs, 1 and 3, in one department, and these 2 PCs, 2 and 4, in another department. Now, in real life, you probably just want to multiply this by 10. Maybe you've got 20 PCs in one department, 20 in another, or maybe it's way more than that. But the point is, from a physical layout standpoint, these 2 PCs are on the same floor, and these 2 PCs are on the same floor. But they're not in the same department, floor to floor. What VLANs allow us to do is actually manipulate these switches so that these 2 PCs at the top can be on the same local area network, and these 2 PCs at the bottom can be on the same local area network. So what we're going to do here is configure a couple of VLANs, and then we're going to assign some of these interfaces, otherwise known as ports, to these VLANs. And if you took the ICND Part 1 course, most of what you're about to see should look familiar to you. So to get started, I'm going to start the simulator here. And now we can go ahead and configure some stuff. So I'm going to start with switch number 1. It's up. I'm going to go ahead and enable the switch. And I'm going to put the switch in configuration mode. Actually, before I do that, I just want to see if this particular switch has any VLANs. It's a good practice in real life when you're inheriting a network, so to speak, just to run a bunch of show commands on your different devices to see what's there. So I'll go with a show VLAN brief. And what we notice here is that there's one default VLAN. Interestingly enough, it doesn't have every single port on it. So keep that in the back of your minds for a little bit here. What I'm noticing here is gigabit 0/1 is not in this VLAN. And I actually don't see it in any other VLAN either. So we'll have to figure out where that port is eventually. But like I said, keep that in the back of your mind for now. So you've heard the test tips and have been introduced to, or maybe reintroduced to, the Boson NetSim simulator. It's time then to start getting into these exam topics. We're going to start with the first exam domain, LAN switching technologies, and the first exam objective, which covers virtual LANs, or VLANs for short. If you took the Routing and Switching Fundamentals Part 1 course, you may think, didn't we cover this already? Well, yes, we did. But there are a few overlapping topics on the 2 ICND exams, and this is one. Plus, it never hurts to review the concept of VLANs. So here we go, into the world of VLANs. Besides, we are going to learn something new here, VTP. What is VTP? Keep watching to find out.